screw up.
Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily Reddit content anywhere on the internet. Promise swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we are back at rSlash Tales of Neckbeards. You know, I was planning to do something else, like I always do, but I just couldn't help myself. I seen this new BOWLERBEARD video dropped, and I'm like, oh snap. Part number 3, so now we got part 2 and part 3 together, so we can make a big, giant, disgusting, beefy, BOWLERBEARD video. The excitement is overwhelming, needless to say. The last video absolutely killed it with BOWLERBEARD, so I am super excited to see what this one can do. I've linked that video in the description. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely a trigger warning for some massive cringe, and I'm sure that applies to parts 2 and 3 as well. So, we will get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will jump right into some BOWLERBEARD cringe. The Ballad of BOWLERBEARD, Part 2. Yay! Sounds like everyone enjoyed my story about BOWLERBEARD. Enjoyed? Yeah, it brought the cringe. Thanks everyone for the nice comments, and to the amazing YouTubers like ReddX and Hellfreezer for reading my story on their channels. Oh dang, Hellfreezer got this one too? Whoop whoop. He's a good fella, you know, super posh or whatever. ReddX is definitely a different take on things than old Red. Sorry for the typos and confusion, by the way. I had originally named him Beard and then changed it to BOWLERBEARD, since that seemed to roll off the tongue better. That's the reason for the random name changes mid-story. Man, I didn't even think twice about that. I'm just like, okay, he's got 2 nicknames, big deal. We're still talking about a beard, the beard of the story. So anyways, let's get into the Ballad of BOWLERBEARD, part number 2. Our returning cast. BOWLERBEARD. 300 pounds of pure neckbeard, topped with his cheap party store bowler hat. A beard who prides himself on his lack of hygiene. Oh, the foulest of all. With every ounce of skin oil and teeth plaque that he gains, his power level grows. OP? That's me. A petite half-Asian girl with long dark hair and a timid personality. Confrontation is totally not my thing. Monk, my boyfriend at the time, and BOWLERBEARD's childhood BFF. The Best Friends Forever Club, or the Beard Friends Forever. We've got some new characters this time around. Kettle, another friend from BOWLERBEARD and Monk's D&D group, a skinny and nice enough guy, but when he gets mad he would turn bright red, like I picture a tea kettle left on the stove for too long. And like a tea kettle, sometimes he would pop off. Curie, this is a friend from my former job at the event planning company. She's a small, busty girl of Indian heritage. She was taking science as a major in school, and she was super duper smart. I don't remember her field of study exactly, but I remember for one class she had to use a Geiger counter. So Geiger counter plus Indian heritage equals Curie mix. That is a good one. Don't be mad at me, please. She made the joke herself. I don't care who made the joke, honestly. That's a good one. I don't think anybody could be, like, legitimately mad about that, even if you were the one to say it, OP. Anyways, she would say that she was the Madam Curie who made amazing curry. She was a bomb cook, by the way. Okay, so now into the meat and potatoes, or the chips and Mountain Dew of the story, if you prefer. And I do prefer. This took place a couple of months after the events of part 1. Kettle's birthday was coming up, so the boys decided they wanted to take him out, and girls were included. At this point, I had brought Curie around a couple of times already, since we shared many of the same interests, and she was my BFF at my old job. We'd grown a strong friendship outside of work and continued to hang out after I left. So naturally, the guys asked me to invite her out too. The boys had chosen to go to some beer hall place that was popular with the local college crowd. I personally don't like beer, but they have other drinks, so I was game to go, and so was Curie. So the night of the event comes, and I ask Monk how BOWLERBEARD has been since he got let go, and if he was going to be joining us tonight. BOWLERBEARD and I hadn't really spoken since my leaving and his firing, especially about the giant fat elephant in the room regarding him being fired and me being the one who got him the job. Monk: "Of course he is, babe. Me, him, and Kettle are total bros. There's no way he would miss it. Oh, and over that job thing, he said he left on his own terms and that it was a mutual separation. The supervisor told him he was too qualified and too hard of a worker to be working there, and that he needed to spread his wings since he was obviously meant for greater things." Oh, God. Talk about stretching the truth, bro. What? Looks good on a resume, though. I won't say that I haven't done it before. OP, what? No, what? No way! There is no way that is what happened. You know for a fact that he was fired. I told you. Curie told you, and you remember how my supervisor was. That would not have been in character for her, unless she was drugged or hit her head on something. Monk: "I'm just telling you what he told us at D&D, babe. You know how smart he is." No, I don't actually. Enlighten me. "Growing up, we all figured he'd be some sort of scientist or engineer, so, I mean, it sort of fits. But I do know he embellishes things like a tiny bit too. You know, two sides of the story and all that." Just a tiny bit of embellishment. OP, mind blown. I can't believe this. Whatever. I gotta go get ready. I head to the bathroom to finish getting ready, but I'm also madly texting Curie right now, telling her about what the hell Monk had just told me. Curie: "WTF? That is not what happened at all." OP: "I know, right? Could you even imagine BOWLERBEARD and Supervisor acting like that?" Curie: "Girl, I was there the day that it happened. I didn't see it go down, but Supervisor told me all about it afterwards. She said that he was meek, head down." He was even crying. She said that he said, "This is unfair, and that they were being sexist to him since the girls just didn't like him." Supervisor said she had to use her mom voice to calm him down and explain to him that he's a good person, but that he's just not a good fit for this job, and that everything will be alright. You know how she is when she uses that mom voice. And this was true. Whenever Supervisor's mom voice came out, all of us grown adults turned into little kids who knew they just got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. The mother voice brooked no arguments. Curie and I texted for a little bit longer, and I finally told her I had to go, and I'd see her at the beer hall. Fast forward a couple hours, and we all meet in the parking lot before going in. It's me, Monk, Kettle, Curie, and of course, BOWLERBEARD. Now, let me tell you, Curie and I were dressed nicely for a night out on the town. I mean, what girl doesn't like to dress up, especially if it's for a special occasion? Plus, I had made Monk put on a nice button-up shirt, so he looked dashing as ever, and Kettle was wearing a nice button-up as well. Us four were like of mind. But BOWLERBEARD. BOWLERBEARD. His mind went to a very different place than ours when he thought of dressing up for the occasion. BOWLERBEARD showed up wearing, you guessed it, a bowler hat. But not just any bowler hat. He had actually left his beat-up, dirty, grime-covered, dandruff-garnished hat that he always wore at home. Instead, he bought the exact same hat, just newly bought. So now he's wearing a cheap plastic and felt party store gag hat, but at least it's brand new. The rest of his ensemble was a bright purple t-shirt with a picture of a cat rising from the depths of the ocean to attack a wooden sail ship. I guess it's like a cat kraken. Let me know in the comments if you would have just preferred the Howling Wolf t-shirt. He's also wearing torn jeans that he made himself, and these black Jesus-looking sandals that were way too small for his feet. Ugh, the feet. His feet looked like Halloween props. Oh god, here we go. Each toenail was stained in a rainbow of yellows. God. Oh no. Some pale yellow, some dark yellow, a little bit of brown yellow, with healthy blotches of blackish yellow tossed into contrast. They were cracked, and it was obvious that instead of cutting them, he let them naturally take care of themselves. Oh, God. BOWLERBEARD never fails to make me ill, dude. Like, physically ill. Some nails were chipped off, others curved and wrapped back into themselves in what seemed would be super painful. They were also caked in flakes of skin, or, like, feet dandruff, I guess you could call it. What is that? These scaly, egg-white colored flakes were stuck in the overgrowth of hair on his toes and feet. Like neckbeard snow in some dreadful forest of hobbit hair. Oh, God. OP is just so evocative. I can't, but it's not over. The sandals squeezed his feet so that his toes looked like pale bratwursts popping out of their packaging. And mind you, these were not regular bratwursts fresh from the store. These were bratwursts that had fallen out of your grocery bag and were left in the sun of the hot parking lot for way too long. Oh, and the smell. Let us not forget. Yes, the smell. This is literally the first time I had ever seen him not in socks and shoes. So this was a completely fresh, new terror for me. I had become accustomed to the BO miasma, the greasy layer of oily protection, and the chitin-like layer of armor plaque on his teeth. This was his full set of neckbeard armor. But those feet, my god, those feet. I thought I had uncovered all of the gross, dark secrets of BOWLERBEARD, but the machinations of the neckbeard gods had brought me to this new and terrible horror. I know somewhere in the cosmos, the beard gods were savoring my cringe, laughing and saying, "Look at her! Milady is in awe of our works." We all exchanged pleasantries in the parking lot and wished Kettle a happy birthday, telling him that drinks and dinner are on us tonight. Our table is called and we go in. Now this is one of those gimmicky places where the waitresses wear short skirts and push-up bras. Very little is left to the imagination with their uniforms. Was this Hooters? They wear shorts at Hooters. But it's definitely Hooters-like. I get the vibe. It's a popular place with fun music and a young crowd. We all order food and drinks and start having fun. A few drinks in and then it starts happening. The cringe. BOWLERBEARD calls over a waitress, all the while leering at her cleavage. BOWLERBEARD, excuse me, miss, but my friend Curie over here would like an application to work here. She's stuck in a dead-end job, but she's obviously qualified to work here. He says this with a grand flourish towards Curie's chest. Now, mind you, she was dressed in an outfit that did show a tiny bit of cleavage, but then again, so was I. We were dressed nicely, though. Not in any way that would be considered slutty. Nothing was on display. Curie's darker skinned, but you could see her flush. The color drained from her face in embarrassment. It was obvious that she was completely mortified. BOWLERBEARD went on to tell the waitress about how he used to work where Curie does now, and that it's a loser go-nowhere job, and that he had left because the supervisor had begged him not to waste his talents there. And I'm sure the waitress is standing there like, shut the fuck up. I'm just trying to get paid, but you can't say that because you're working on tips. Oh, it's got to be difficult. even more difficult than a regular waitressing job. And BOWLERBEARD, of course, did not stop.
You could make so much money working here, Curie. This is a much more appropriate job for a milady like you. Women are naturally better at serving others, and you have the right equipment to work here.
I looked at Monk in horror, then at my friend, then at Monk again. My mouth open, completely aghast, with my mouth hanging open. The waitress had that, "This is super awkward, but I need to be nice to get a tip" smile going. I called that shit. Yep, you know how it be. And we all know the smile that OP is talking about. Customer service people around the world have it perfected. Mouth smiling, but turmoil and panic behind the eyes. Luckily, Kettle jumps in to save the day. Kettle, "It's my birthday. Can we order a round of shots? Do you have anything special to celebrate? Surprise us!" Waitress, eyes lighting up in relief. "Oh, of course. Happy birthday. I'll be right back." She then hurried off to help other tables and presumably get us those birthday shots. OP, I really don't think that's appropriate, BOWLERBEARD. Carrie loves doing what she does. It's the perfect job while she finishes school. BOWLERBEARD scoffs.
I still think she's made a mistake. Girls just aren't that good at science as men. You should really be taking education or social work. Women are empathetic, not scientific.
I can't wait till BOWLERBEARD publishes his paper on the benefits of never brushing your teeth. Carrie rolls her eyes and was about to respond, but thankfully our heroine waitress arrives with the birthday shots. I'd like to say they were some amazing drink, but I'm pretty sure they were just kamikaze shots, which was fine with all of us. We just needed some alcohol, lubricate the wheels of socialization and all. The night continued and all was fun. We had delicious food, plenty of alcohol, and music. Once the alcohol got flowing, our drunk selves emerged. 4 of us are happy drunks, and 1 of us becomes inhabited by the morose spirit of Edgar Allan Poe himself, the original deep-thinking emo boy. Once again, I've rambled on quite a bit, so I'll stop here, but if anyone wants to hear how the night continues, let me know and I'll work on part 3. This night does indeed lead to some game-changing moments for our little group. God, LP, I don't know how you do it. I understand it's like your boyfriend's friend and stuff like that, but I'd just be like, you know what? I don't really want to go. Not if that dude's gonna be there and be creepy and smell bad the entire time. I guess people don't smell as bad when you're completely smashed. I'm pretty sure that BOWLERBEARD is the one that turns into Edgar Allan Poe. Just lamenting how his life turned out and doesn't have the self-reflection to see that he is the reason why it turned out that way. I honestly can't believe that the 2 other dudes in the group are just like sitting there not saying anything about it. Seems to me like they have some neckbeardy tendencies themselves, birds of a feather, and all that type of stuff. So maybe all that will be unveiled in a future part. But for now, most of my vitriol, all of my disgust is directed towards BOWLERBEARD. And luckily we do have part 3 right in front of us, so we can see how the night devolves further right now. The Ballad of BOWLERBEARD Part 3! 21 hours ago, boy, that's fresh. Now you see why I had to jump right back in. Hey y'all, I'm bored and I have some free time, so I penned up part number 3. So let's get into the Ballad of BOWLERBEARD Part 3. Our returning cast. Yes indeed, BOWLERBEARD, Lady Rockstars aka OP. She was event planner, EP, in the past few episodes, but she's not an event planner anymore, so now she's gonna be Lady Rockstars, but I'm still gonna call her OP, because all the OPs get called OP. It's just easier that way, from my brain parts. Monk, yes indeed. Avid drinker of craft beers, smoker of cigars, and part-time musician. His personality is that of ennui. Nothing really disturbed him or bothered him. He prides himself on going with the flow. Oh, maybe he's the Edgar Allan Poe then. Kettle. Most of the time he's nice, but sometimes he pops off like a kettle. And Curie. Biology is the science that OP couldn't remember in the last post, and she is indeed a super intelligent and fun person, and also puts up with a lot of crap apparently. And a couple new characters enter the mix. Chatterbox, yet another D&D friend. Nice guy who, for the life of him, will talk your ear off. Like nice guy, or an actual nice guy. I just want to be clear what we're dealing with here, because the previous members of the group, man, I can't sign off on any of them. He's basically the friend you see on TV, where the main character answers the phone and then puts the phone down, comes back 10 minutes later, and the other person doesn't even realize that they've been gone. Tower, the last of the main D&D group. Tower is extra tall, easily ahead over everyone else. I think he was at least 6'5", maybe taller. Works construction and is solidly built. Very caring and don't take gruff from anyone. So, on to part 3. We last left our adventurers at Kettle's birthday party at the beer hall. Some, faux pas were made by BOWLERBEARD at the beginning of the night, and while not completely forgotten, the alcohol has now at least masked and made them a little hazy. OP, Curie, Monk, and Kettle are laughing and having a jolly time, and BOWLERBEARD is being unusually quiet, which probably explains the fun that we're having. Right, he's the Edgar Allan Poe. First impressions. BOWLERBEARD,
We need to get the check. You all are out of control.
Kettle, what? No, just another round and we'll call it after that. OP, yeah, just one more round and some waters. Curie, I second the waters. BOWLERBEARD grumbles under his breath, but concedes, and we order a hefty round of waters for everyone, plus a farewell shot. 1 foot of road and all that. For the life of me, I can't remember what this last shot was, but I remember it was strong. Going out on some Everclear. Okay, bye guys, I'm gonna go fall down in the gutter. Pulled that one a time or two in my Navy days. It's not even enjoyable. I don't know why I do that to myself. We do our shot and drink as much water as we can. Curie and I then went to use the little girl's room while the guys settled up the bill. When we got back, everyone had their coats on and they were waiting for us. Kettle, we're going for a walk. Some fresh air and walking will help take the buzz off. BOWLERBEARD,
Wasted is more like it. I can't believe you guys can't control yourselves, and you let the ladies get so drunk.
OP and Curie, hey. Monk, it's all good, dude. Just chill. It's Kettle's B-Day, and he wants to walk, so we'll walk. It'll be an adventure. Drunken adventure is best adventure. Off we went from the welcoming and joyful lights of the beer hall into the darkness of the streets. With all the shops closed and shuttered for the night, a buzzed quintet in search of their lost sobriety. Monk's phone goes off. Monk, yo dude, where you guys at? Oh, cool man. We're walking now over towards... And then he goes on to describe where we are and where we're headed, talks for a little while longer about some other stuff, and then he hangs up. I grab his arm for warmth and to help balance myself a little. OP, babe, who was that? Monk, that was Chatterbox and Tower. They're on their way. I told them that we were all way too drunk to drive, so they're coming to get us. Kettle, woohoo! More the merrier. BOWLERBEARD,
I'm not drunk.
Kettle, dude, you drank just as much as the rest of us. BOWLERBEARD,
Yeah, but body weight plays into that, and I'm bigger than all of you. Plus, I usually drink Everclear straight.
oh god damn it. I swear I haven't wrote this post in advance. This is just wild.
even when I'm alone, so my tolerance is way stronger than anyone here.
Not something to brag about. Monk, it's all good, bro. The others are on their way, and we might as well just play it safe. Curie, it's fine. We can always come back tomorrow to pick up the cars. It's at this point, with my impaired perception, that I noticed the first clue. Curie was using Kettle for much the same thing that I was using Monk for. Warmth and balance. She was hanging onto his arm. BOWLERBEARD is glaring, like super glaring, like super death stare glaring. Seriously, if his eyes could shoot Superman lasers out, we would have all been chopped in half and disintegrated into dust particles. In hindsight, if you can help it, try not to let your resident neckbeard become the fifth wheel. It sucks to be the fifth wheel, but when this title falls upon the bearded ones, it's like shaking up a 2-liter of pop with Mentos in it. BOWLERBEARD,
I'm gonna walk over here.
He then moved to literally the middle of the street. Best idea I heard all night. It's late and traffic is virtually non-existent, but there is ample sidewalk for him to walk with us. Monk, BOWLERBEARD, that's dumb. Walk over here with us. Monk then goes to grab his friend and drag him back. BOWLERBEARD, though, is stubborn and refuses, pulling back his arm. Monk isn't letting go, though, and now we have this tug of war right in the middle of the street. The length of rope being a pudgy arm, backed up by the righteous strength of a morose neckbeard. Tug and pull and tug and pull. And that's when we hear it. Whoop whoop. Fuck. We're suddenly bathed in the red and blue lights of our local constabulary. You gonna get protected and served. Their boys stop their tug of war, while me, Curie, and Kettle all look at the cruiser with faces. Officer, is everyone doing okay? You two in the road, you can't be walking in the middle like that. BOWLERBEARD and Monk scamper from the road to the sidewalk immediately. Officer, have you all been drinking? Curie, yes, officer, we just came from the beer hall and we're waiting for our friends to pick us up. Kettle, yeah, so we're good. Why don't you just leave us alone and look for some real bad guys? Probably the dumbest thing you can say to a cop. Three faces stare in shock. One face doesn't change expressions, and one face raises eyebrows. I'll let you guess whose faces go with which reactions. Officer, eyebrows raised. Excuse me? God. Now this is where I gotta tell you that Kettle's top had just randomly popped. His anger trigger gets more sensitive when he's been drinking, and I think the whole situation of BOWLERBEARD being stubborn, him and Monk tugging of war, it being cold, and now the unexpected police arrival was just too much. We don't really need to make excuses for him, we could just call him an asshole. Why he had to direct his anger toward the officer instead of literally anyone or anything else kinda beats me. Kettle, we're just having a good time and you're wasting taxpayers' money right now. BOWLERBEARD,
He's a member of the Watch, Kettle. You have to respect him.
OP, Kettle, please stop. Curie's pulling on Kettle, as if trying to drag him away from making a bigger ass of himself, while the officer is saying something into his radio. Gloriously, headlights flash upon us, and a familiar vehicle pulls off to the opposite side of the road, and we could hear voices. Chatterbox, Whoa, officer, it's okay. I'm sorry for my friends here. They're all drunk, and we gotta pick them up. I'm 100% sober, and here's my license, everything. Chatterbox, Whoa, officer, it's okay. I'm sorry for my friends here. Whoa, they're just drunk and we here to pick them up. I mean, I'm 100% sober. Here's my license and everything. It's like almost John Travolta. Tower strides up to our group while Chatterbox engaged the officer. Tower, okay now friends, it's time for all of you to come with me. Into the car you go. BOWLERBEARD, bowing and tipping his hat.
By your leave, officer.
And then he stumbles a bit before righting himself. Tower then proceeds to shepherd us like stray sheep into Chatterbox's Suburban. Once we're all inside, he goes to back up Chatterbox and talking with the officer. At this point, another cruiser has shown up, and now there are 2 cops out there. We can't understand them, but it seems to be a very animated discussion. BOWLERBEARD:
See, I told you I should have driven. Your irresponsibility has gotten us in trouble with the law. I'll never get in the Marines now.
Because you are a disgusting fat body! OP, huh? What? I say with a bewildered expression. Everyone ignores me and seems to have either not heard this comment or were just preoccupied. It was so jarring of a comment, though, that to this day I still remember it vividly. Until that point, there was never any talk of joining the military, and spoiler alert, he never ended up enlisting. He would have never made it in the Marines. Are you kidding? Oh, that would be a comedy story in itself. Chatterbox and Tower arrive at this point and get in the car, Chatterbox slamming his door in irritation. Chatterbox: "You all owe me big, especially you, Kettle. He wanted to take you to jail for drunk in public or like disturbing the peace or something like that. It took everything we had to promise to get you guys home and that you wouldn't be any more trouble. Whoa." Tower's nodding his head with everything Chatterbox says. Kettle: "He was bluffing." Chatterbox is just glaring at him through the rearview mirror while he starts the car and proceeds to drive. Things are quiet as we drive, and within what feels like an eternity and only 1 second, all at the same time, we arrived at Chatterbox's house. An eternity and 1 second all at the same time. It's like DMT, bro. Somebody slipped something in your beers. Spoiler alert, though, you can't eat DMT. You guys smoke it. Chatterbox: "We're all gonna hang out here until y'all sober up a bit. You just sit down on the couch or something while I get you some water. Whoa." Curie: "I need to go to the bathroom." She gets up and goes in pursuit of the nearest facilities. Kettle: "Yep, me too." Kettle gets up and heads outside, presumably to use the outside facility that guys are privileged with. Man, Kettle's looking a little sus, guys. I don't think I like that boy. I'm on the couch, like in and out of consciousness. Not quite sick, but definitely at that state where sleep just sounds like the best idea ever. My background noise is Chatterbox, Tower, and Monk chatting in the kitchen about something. Minutes or hours, possibly even decades pass while I'm dozing in and out, and all of a sudden, BOWLERBEARD:
You cur! How dare you take advantage of a milady when she's inebriated? You are a defiler!
The way this guy talks, I can't get over it. He forgot he's not in the 1500s because he hasn't taken a shower or brushed his teeth. My eyes shoot open, and at the same time, Tower, Chatterbox, and Monk run back into the room. I'm not sure when it happened or for how long, but I guess Kettle and Curie had found some privacy and started to make out in one of the other rooms, and BOWLERBEARD had happened upon them. Kettle and Curie break their lip lock in shock, but it was obvious that both participants were enjoying themselves, and they stared at BOWLERBEARD in that embarrassed yet irritated or annoyed look of, "This is embarrassing, but we want to continue." Tower: "Finally! You two have been flirting for so long, I knew this was gonna happen." Chatterbox: "Woohoo! Clapping his hands in enthusiasm. Whoa! That's great, Sandy! Grease lightning!" Monk is just smiling, and so am I. We had discussed before on different occasions that it would be cute if they hooked up. That clue that I saw earlier was now coming back to my mind. BOWLERBEARD:
She's drunk and she doesn't know what she's doing. It isn't right.
Curie: I know what I'm doing. Me and Kettle have kind of been... Kettle: "We've been seeing each other for a little bit now. We were trying to keep it secret for a little while longer." More claps from the happy audience. -1, who is now grumbling. BOWLERBEARD:
It's still not right. It's not chivalrous.
Oh, God.
I would never do that with an inebriated milady. I would wait for her to be sober and then ask her for permission. That way she is sound of mind.
While this is ostensibly true, it was obvious that these two were fine and everything was consensual. And their admission of being together, it 100% cemented the rightness of it to all present. Except BOWLERBEARD. BOWLERBEARD storms out of the house, grumbling about people
being undignified and low-born.
And we let him go, figuring he just needs to cool off. Into the cold night, our neckbeard journeys. And that'll wrap up part 3. Now you can join us next time on part 4, The Hunt for BOWLERBEARD. Don't bother. Just let him go. Everybody's life will be better if you just let him go. Now it kind of makes sense, the moves that he was making in part 2, trying to neg that girl and stuff, telling her she ain't smart and blah blah blah. She should just stay home and make sandwiches and get pregnant with my big fat unwashed babies. Oh God, what a specimen. I mean, I show no love for Kettle, but if it's between him and BOWLERBEARD, then that's probably the right choice. I mean, personally, I don't know what she sees in Kettle, but obviously this is just a Reddit post. There are like large swaths of these people's lives that have just been kind of glossed over. But I will say, I do not trust people that are that unpredictable. I like to know what I'm getting with a night out with my friends. So, happy birthday, Kettle. Stop being an asshole. Love ReddX. Oh boy, this is just another post that exhibits the worst of BOWLERBEARD. He's like, well, I'm gonna cause drama by walking in the street because you two are in a happy relationship and I will never be. Like, bro, maybe if you brush your teeth, took a shower, it's gonna take more than brushing his teeth at this point. It's gonna take some extensive dental reconstruction. How old is BOWLERBEARD now? Does he still have teeth? How long can this possibly go on? But yeah, walking in the street is his way to get some attention, and he got it from the coppers. And honestly, maybe a birthday night spent in the drunk tank would have settled him down a little bit, you know what I mean? I am no bootlicker of civil servants, but mutual respect is a thing. But I don't know. I don't mean to take more shots at Kettle than I do at BOWLERBEARD, especially on the boy's birthday. He could do whatever he wants. He's a special big boy. It's his birthday. Well, it's like BOWLERBEARD's disgustingness has already been revealed, uncovered, and now I'm just trying to dig a little bit deeper, but I hope you guys will let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe on the video if you haven't already. Maybe share it around. This is a good saga, and we are only getting started. I'm super excited to see what comes next. Thank you so much, A-Roxers, for posting. I also hope you guys will check out the links in the description. Darkly Studios on Twitter did these character animations. They beautiful. We've also got mine and my wife's channel, Mr. and Mrs. ReddX, the Teespring if you're trying to rock the merch, my personal subreddit r/ReddX reads, and my Amazon affiliate link, which currently goes to my microphone. But if you click on through there, buy basically anything else on Amazon, I get kicked like a small percentage back, which is pretty nice. We've also got social medias, Twitter, Discord, Facebook if you're looking for me. And oh, how could I forget my beautiful, wonderful, generous patrons. I'd like to thank them all, but especially ZeroMMX, Lady Nix, Robert Waits, Pope Squid, Cider Drinker, Tato Ferret, The Last Shinobi, Mark 211, Aaron W, Mitch, John Hero, Candy Sora, Fire Drake, Little Lone Wolf, Miss Monday, Silent Revolver, JM Coon, Leon Embers, TSM Kirby, Redwin, Synaptic Boomstick, Jerry, Staples Yeet, Cake Jerry, that's a different Jerry, my boy Nat One Nick, Brilliant Tamago, that big delicious jelly donut, the one and only Liverson, OG James Cook, Big Papa Jesus, awesome Aaron Lennox, and we've got a new friend today, Serrated Ash. Thank you so much for joining the crew, helping out, pushing back against that demonetization, so I can say words like poop and dick and fart. And I really do love to say them. Obviously, if anybody else can help out and join these magnificent people in supporting the channel. That is absolutely massive. I thank you very, very much in advance. But if you can't right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. Because really, the views is how my beard stays buttered. Oh, Kettle. Oh, Pip. In order to join us, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe watching some more ReddX videos, huh? Maybe? Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely, definitely deserve it. I will see you in the next one. And until then, bye-bye.